So I'm curious if you do this too and you don't even realize it. I remember getting into my teenage years and I was thinking about the life that I wanted to create. So I'm in my early 20s at this point, and I have lived my life saying, I just don't want to struggle. I didn't want to struggle with money. I didn't want to struggle with a job. I didn't want to struggle in my relationships. Like, I just did not want to struggle. And so I think about how many choices I made along those lines where it was just, I'm willing to work 7 jobs between the two of us. My husband and I, we worked 7 jobs at one point because we just didn't want to be struggling. And it wasn't until I was 31, 32, and I had just come out of this like Tony Robbins virtual event, and it hits me that I had been saying it and thinking about it all wrong. That I just don't want to struggle is not the same as I want to thrive. You hear the difference? You know what kind of a different posture happens in our bodies, in our language, when we have the right? Both were said with positive intention, but I don't want to struggle is a very different posture, a very different outlook than I want to thrive. I had over the weekend too, I actually just had another situation with this come up. So I'm curious, do you say this one? I was saying, it just doesn't have to be that hard. To change your life, it just doesn't have to be that hard. It doesn't have to be that hard is not the same as it's easy. What? It's easy. Like, say those two things out loud. So sit there if you can, or whisper it or think it. It's not that hard, right? There's almost like a frustration. There's a point of like maybe pain even that is coming from. Like, it doesn't have to be that hard. Over to, it's easy. How light that feels, right? So it's the recognition. I guess the message here is just that the recognition that language, it carries weight. And it impacts our posture, and it impacts our thoughts and our beliefs and our patterns and the way that we show up in our life. So the first step to switching this is, number 1, to become aware. Are you going through life saying, I just don't want to struggle? Or are you saying, I want to thrive? Are you saying it doesn't have to be this hard? Or are you saying it can be easy? It's easy. So let's change our language together, and let's just see how good our lives can get by doing that. All right. Your change matters. Until next time.